Ciao, Jeremy des. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing what I will be watching for spring 2022. So, the winter season has ended. All the animes that I watched during the winter season have ended. And the new season is finally starting. April is coming, spring is coming. And with the new season, many new animes are coming. And some animes are coming back. In my question and answer video, I did have a list of animes that I wanted to watch, but ever since then, so many new animes have been announced, so many trailers have come out, and I don't think that list is very updated anymore. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna go through the live chat.me anime list, and I will bookmark the ones that I want to watch and see if there will be animes that will be added in my list or that will be dropped from my list. So yeah, I guess we can start this video. So let's start this video in 3, 2, 1, pyong! Okay, so starting from the top, we have The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. I don't want to read the synopsis because I'm still watching Season 1. I know that this season, the first episode is gonna come out in like a week, but I am trying to catch up before it drops, so I don't want to accidentally spoil myself, so I'm gonna skip that one. But I will be watching The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. Next, third season of Kaguyasama Love is full. Shujin Academy, an elite school where the most gifted students flock to. It is also where its student council brought together Vice President Kaguya Shinomiya and President Miyuki Shirogane. While everyone expected a speedy courtship and agreed that the two geniuses would make the perfect couple, the pair, it seems, has too much pride to confess their true feelings for one another. By what means shall I make the other confess? The two remain fully committed in devising a highly cerebral strategy in this cunning war of love. Will they take the relationship to the next level by the final day of Shujin's Academy Culture Festival? I finished watching the first 2 seasons like last week, so everything is still very fresh in my mind. I did hear that this is gonna be the best arc of Kaguya-sama, so I'm excited to see what the hype is all about, if we're gonna get any sort of confession this time, because out of all the romance animes that I watched, I feel like this is the real definition of slow burn. Like Kimi ni Todoke Who, at least by the end of season 2 of Kimi ni Todoke, they were already together or something, but this one, they haven't even confessed to each other, like not at all. So I'm excited to see if they're gonna confess or not. You know what, in Kaguya-sama, confessing is not something that I want to see anymore. Like, I do want to see it, but I'm just so excited to see the whole student council gang, what they're gonna do. It's just so fun. What I really love about this show is just the everyday thing, the slice of life episodes, and the sprinkle of romances that they give us is enough to enjoy the show, I guess, to call it a romance. But what I really like is all the plans they come up with to make the other confess. But yeah, anyways, next is Spy X Family by Wit Studio and Cloverworks. Okay, just knowing the studios that are working on it, like Wit Studio and Cloverworks, I already know that this is gonna have a wonderful animation, wonderful color palette, and yeah, I'm not scared about the animation because this anime is in good hands. I'll split 2 core broadcasts, so I guess it's gonna be split into 2 parts. So maybe it's gonna have 24 episodes with part 1 going now, I guess. Anyways, everyone has a part of themselves they cannot show to anyone else. At a time when all nations of the world were involved in a fierce war of information happening behind closed doors, Ostania and Westales had been in a state of cold war against one another for decades. The Westali's intelligence service Eastern Focus Division WISE or WISE sends their most talented spy, Twilight, on a top secret mission to investigate the movements of Donovan Desmond, the chairman of Estonia's National Unity Party, who is threatening peace efforts between the two nations. This mission is known as Operation Strix. It consists of putting together a family in 1 week in order to infiltrate social gatherings organized by the elite school that Desmond's son attends. Twilight takes on the identity of psychiatrist Lloyd Forger and starts looking for family members, but Anya, the daughter he adopts, turns out to have the ability to read people's mind, while his wife Yo is an assassin. With it being in each of their own interests to keep these facts hidden, they start living together while concealing the true identities from one another. World peace is now in the hands of this brand new family as they embark on an adventure full of surprises. Gosh, just by the synopsis, I know that this one is gonna have so much comedy, maybe a sprinkle of romance, and a lot of actions. And I do think that the comedy is gonna come from them trying to conceal their identities from one another, and I'm excited to see that part. I think that part, that comedic part, and the action parts are the things that I am most excited to see in this one. And Spy X Family has been hyped so much by everyone. Like, I feel like this is gonna be the anime of this season. Let's see, because the manga fans have been hyping it so much. Even the manga in here, it always goes sold out. So yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Next is Comic-Con Communicate Season 2. There's no synopsis, but I guess it's just gonna be the continuation of last season, and Comic-Con Communicate has a special place in my heart because I do think that this one was the anime that carried my channel during fall 2021, fall 2021. And yeah, I remember loving it so much. Every episode was just so wholesome, and I'm just excited to see Komi finding new friends and Tadano helping her, and just their whole gang slowly growing and the two of them slowly getting closer. But I do know that there might be a new girl in this season because that's what I was told in the comments during the previous season. Some comments said that there might be a girl that could rival Komi, but I'm not sure about that. And that makes me excited because jealous Komi is something that I cannot imagine right now, but it would be interesting to see. I did watch the trailer for this one, and I do know that there will be at least 3 new guys in their lives, and I think Tadono is gonna have a bromance thing with one of them. And yeah, I'm excited to see. And also, this one, I think it's gonna be around a school trip, and school trips in slice of life. So school animes in general is always the best trope because romances always booms in this type in school trips. So I'm excited to see that. Next is Shikimori is not just a cutie, or Shikimori San is not just a cutie, and it's by Doga Kobo. Okay, so this has comedy, romance, slice of life. So let's read the synopsis. The ultimate heartthrob girlfriend appears. Naturally unlucky high school student Izumi's girlfriend is his classmate Shikimori. She has a beautiful smile and kind personality and always seems happy when she's with Izumi. She's a pretty cute and loving girlfriend, but when Izumi's in trouble, she transforms into a super cool heartthrob girlfriend. The fun lives of the cute and cool Shikimori, Izumi, and their good friends never end. This 1000% precious romantic comedy begins now. Shikimori-san, they say she's gonna be the best girl of this season, and she has to compete with Komi-san, Kaguyasama, and Yor, I think. After watching the trailer for Shikimori San, I don't blame people for saying that she might be the best girl of this season. She might be the Marin of this season because just by watching the trailer, my heart started throbbing. Like, I was jealous of Izumi. I wanted to be Izumi just to have a girlfriend like her. Like, the have you seen her eyes? Like in that scene when she saved Izumi? I feel like this anime is gonna be interesting to watch because Shikimori is gonna be the knight in shining armor while Izumi is gonna be the damsel in distress, and I'm excited to see this reversed roles thing. I feel like Shikimori is just a cutie that has a dominant side that only comes out whenever Izumi is in danger, and I'm so excited to see that. Also, one thing is that they are already a couple. There will be no slow burn if one day will they, won't they thing. For them to start off as a couple, that's already a step up from other romance animes, and it's gonna be a little bit different from other romance animes, and I'm excited to see that. So yeah, I am definitely gonna watch this. I will be watching this. Next is Date Alive 4. I haven't watched the previous three season, so I'm sorry, I'm skipping it. I'm sorry. Okay, the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody by Silver, Link, and Blade. Okay, this one I don't know if I want to watch it or not, so let me read the synopsis. The most powerful demon lord in history, Varvatos, felt that he had accomplished everything he could as a king. Because he was so alone due to how powerful he was, he longed for a much simpler life. A few millennia later, he is reborn as the villager Ard Meteor, but in the future where he was reborn, magical civilization had declined and magic itself had become weaker. Ard enrolled into the Academy of Magic with his childhood friend I'm gonna read it with the Italian accent, Irena. And no matter how much he tries not to stand out, he can't hide the fact that he is not ordinary. He is constantly surrounded by people awestruck by him, and many try to approach him. While the demons of the world who once struck fear into the hearts of the people have also gone into hiding. Will the former demon lord be able to achieve the peaceful and mundane life he's always dreamed of? A heroic academic-like fantasy filled with chaos is about to begin. I don't know if I want to watch this. I don't know. I feel like I've seen something similar already, and I think there was already an anime with the same concept during the winter season, and I skipped that one. So I feel like will I be skipping this one? You know what? Comment down below if you want me to watch this one, or if you want me to at least react to the first episode and after that decide if I should watch it or not. So for now, I will be putting it in considering. So comment down below if you want me to watch the first episode or watch the whole thing or just skip it. Just skip it. Next is Skeleton Knight in Another World by Studio Kai and Hornets. This is an action and fantasy, and it's based on a light novel. Nice. When Ark wakes up, do they have the same name? No, this one is Ard with the D. Ard and Ark. Man, if I ever watched both of them, I would be so confused with names. I'm already bad with names as it is. Imagine if I watched both of them. When Ark wakes up, he discovers that he has been transported to another world in the body of the character he was playing in an MMO. Looking like a suit of armor on the outside and a skeleton on the inside, he is the Skeleton Knight. If his identity is discovered, he could be mistaken for a monster and become a target. Ark decides to spend his time as a mercenary so as not to attract attention to himself. However, he's not the kind of man who can stand idly by when he witnesses evil acts take place right before his eyes. This isekai fantasy series about the skeleton knight's unintentional quest to make the world a better place has arrived. I feel like this is your typical isekai game type of anime, but I did saw some clips from the trailers and there were questionable parts that I don't know if I would be comfortable in watching. So I don't know if I want to watch this one or not. Okay, if we're talking about the synopsis alone, I would be down for it, but the fact is that those those scenes that I watched are making me kinda I don't know if I want to watch this. Comment down below if you want me to react to the first episode, watch the whole thing, or just don't watch it. Or maybe watch it on my own. No, I don't know. I don't if I don't react to this one, I don't think I will be watching it. So, I don't know. I will be putting in considering. I'm quitting heroine. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, and it's from EMT Squared and it's based on a light novel. After saving humanity from the despicable demon lord, Leo Demonheart does not earn a hero's standing. What? He doesn't? Okay. Instead, he is regarded with suspicion and hostility by those he fought to protect. Treated as a pariah. What's a pariah? Treated as a pariah with nowhere else to turn, exiled Leo seeks a position into the army of his former nemesis. But the army is not what it once was because its defeat at Leo's hands. So to maintain his new position, Leo must whip the forces back into fighting shape. So he would become somewhat of a villain? Huh. Wait, I might actually watch this one. Should I? Wait, should I? Should I? I feel I want to watch this one. Please comment down below if you're interested in this one. Yeah, I think I want to watch this one. I might, you know what? I might react to the first episode, and if it gets enough views and hype around it, I might continue it, but if it doesn't, I will be watching it on my own. Okay, for now I will be putting it in watching. Next is Ascendance of a Bookworm Season 3. I haven't watched the other seasons, so I'm sorry, but I'm skipping it. Sorry. Next is Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of otome games is tough for mobs. Fantasy harem, romance, and school. School? And it's from NG and based on a light novel. I rise up even if I'm a mob. Leon. Oh my god, why do they all have the same name? We have Ard, we have Ark, we have Leo, and we have Leon. Leon, a former office worker, is reincarnated into an otome game of swords and magic. In this largely female-dominated world, the only males who aren't oppressed are the handsome princess entourage, the male adversaries in the game. However, Leon has a secret weapon to help him amidst the despair and oppression, knowledge of the very game he is trapped in. Putting aside his aspirations to lead a peaceful life in the countryside, he utilizes his knowledge of the game to start a revolution against the girls and his male adversaries. His ultimate goal reminds me of the Genius Prince's Prince Wayne ultimate goal. I feel like this concept has been done so many times and I have read it too. So I don't know if I want to watch this one. Doesn't seem very unique. You guys should choose for me, I guess. Should I be watching only the first episode, the whole thing, or should I just don't watch it at all? Or maybe watch it on my own? No, I don't think I would be watching this if it wasn't for reactions. So yeah, comment down below what should I be doing. I will be putting this in considering. A Couple of Cuckoos. Comedy, harem, romance, and shonen. Shonen? Oh, okay. This is by Shinen Animation in collaboration with Synergy SP, and it's based on a manga. Mixed up with another family's child as a baby, high school student Umino Nagi is finally meeting his biological parents. On the day of their meeting, he happens to encounter Amano Erika, a high school student at a prestigious and wealthy girls' school. At her request, he is half forced into pretending to be her boyfriend so she can avoid marrying her fiancé. However, not only were they the babies who had been mixed up, but they are also engaged to each other. The loving parents of both families officially recognize their engagement and the couple begins living together. Nagi is in love with his classmate Segawahiro, and Erika is determined to rebel against her father, so the couple agree not to get involved with each other. The mixed up and chaotic romantic comedy starts now. Okay, this plot seems all over the place, but I will be watching this one, and I'm excited to watch this one. The plot says that the two protagonists don't want to get involved with each other, but I will be rooting for Amano-san, and that's because we share the same family name. My real life family name is Amano. Like, no jokes, it is Amano. And so she is family. I have to root for her, you know? I think there's gonna be like incest, but it's not really incest, but I think it's incest. I don't know. I said it before, this whole plot is very confusing, but I'm excited to watch it. So yeah, I'll be watching it. Next is Haren-san wa Hakarenai. It's a comedy school shonen by Felix Film, based on a manga. The story follows the indecipherable daily life of the short and quiet Reina Aharen and Raido, who sits next to her in class. Aharen is not so good at gauging the distance between people or personal boundaries, and Raido initially sensed some distance between the two of them. Then, one day, when Raido picked up the eraser that Aharen had dropped, the distance between them suddenly became uncomfortably close. From way too distant to way too close, Aharen is simply unpredictable. Yeah, I do think this one is gonna be very comedic, but also very wholesome. But I don't think I will be reacting to this one. But I want to watch it on my own, considering to watch it on my own and not considering to react to it. Unless you guys want me to react to it, comment down below if you want me to react to this one. Next is The Dawn of the Witch, action-adventure comedy fantasy by Tezuka Productions, and it's based on a light novel. I can't remember. Who am I? What am I? Seville is a student in a magic academy who has no memories of anything from before he joined this school. Not understanding why he's there, the time he spends at the academy feels hollow and empty. And since he doesn't know how to work hard, his grades are always the lowest in his year. Then one day, the school headmaster Albus Percival Dumbledore orders Seville to participate in a dangerous special training. I want you to spread the use of magic in an area where they hold witch hunts. It has only been a few years since the war between the church and the witches came to an end. The world has not yet fully accepted witches and their magic. This is the dawn of the age of the witch. This is the story of how a young man, a boy who is not special, and his companions who all hold wounds in their heart, set out and end up finding themselves. I've always liked witches. I don't know if I want to watch this one. I will be putting this in considering, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to react to this one, if you want me to just watch the first episode or nothing. Next is Science Fell in Love, So I Tried to Prove It. R equals 1 sin 0. Yeah, I haven't studied math in a bajillion of years, so I don't know how to read that part. Next, anyways, this is a comedy and romance by Zero G, and it's a digital manga. Note, second season of Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. Okay, so I'm not gonna watch it because I haven't watched the first season. Sorry. Next is Love After World Domination. Action comedy, ecchi, magic, romance, and shonen by Project 9, number 9. And it's based on a manga. This is the one that looked like the Power Rangers, right? This series follows Fudo Aikawa and Desumi Magahara, the leaders of heroic and villainous organizations respectively. Can their love survive their eternal battle when one wants world peace and the other world domination? So this is basically Romeo and Juliet meets Power Rangers and they fight each other. You know what? I will be watching this but on my own. Yeah, I will be watching this on my own. But do tell me if you want me to react to it. Next is Summertime Rendering. This is a mystery shonen and supernatural by OLM, and it's based on a manga with 25 episodes. I feel like I've already seen this poster though. Like, not this season, but summer 2021? Upon hearing Ushio's death, Shinpei returns to his hometown of Wakayama City on Hitogashima. I'm so sorry about if I am butchering these names. And reunites with his childhood friend's family. The funeral goes smoothly, but under the surface, something strange is brewing on the island. What mysteries await him on this secluded summer island? I usually like mystery a lot and everything that makes my brain work, but I don't know if this one is gonna be scary, and I don't really feel like getting scared, so I think I'm gonna skip this one. Next is The Executioner and Her Way of Life by J.C. Staff, and it's an action, adventure, and fantasy based on a light novel. When interdimensional travelers from an otherworldly land known as Japan appear, they often bring death and destruction. It's up to executioners like Meno to track and exterminate the lost ones before they wreak havoc. When Meno encounters a beguiling lost one named Akari, it's bloody business as usual until Meno discovers Akari can cheat death, that is. Even so, Meno has a job to do and she is committed to her executioner's mission, come hell or high water, provided her newly stirring feeling don't get in the way. No, I don't think I'm gonna watch this. Sorry. No, the plot seems interesting, but I don't think I'm gonna watch this one. Tomodachi Game. This is the one that's like Squid Game and Alice in Borderland, right? Tomodachi Game, a game and psychological Okuroto Nobaru studio, and it's based on a manga. High school student Katagiri Yuichi, who values friendship above all else, enjoys a fulfilling life with his close friends Sawagiri Shiho, Mikasa Tenji, Shibe Makoto, and Kokorogi Yutori. However, after a particular incident, they are dragged into a debt replacement game. The only way to beat the Tomodachi Game is to not doubt their friends. Bound together by solid friendship, the games should have been easy, but will they trust or betray their precious friends? The true nature of humanity is exposed in the ultimate psychological game. There was another show like this, another anime. I feel like this is a good show to binge watch, so I will be putting it in skip. But I will be putting it in the list of things I want to watch on my own when it's completed, because I don't think I would be able to survive the cliffhangers that it might have. Next is The Demon Girl Next Door 2. So I guess there was a season 1 that I haven't watched, so this is a skip for me. Next is Don't Hurt Me My Healer, action adventure comedy fantasy by Jumondo Studio, and it's a digital manga. A fantasy and adventure comedy starring Carla, a dark elf cleric who invested too much in her insulting skills, and Alvin, a swordsman who has to put up with her antics. This one feels like it's gonna be a really cute anime, but I had to skip it. It doesn't seem too interesting, and it just feels like a slice of life thing, even though it's not in the tags, but that's how it feels like. So I think I'm gonna skip it. Next is In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki, action comedy shonen slice of life by Cloverworks. Ooh, so this one is gonna have a really good animation. Deep in the remote mountains, a group of kunoichi female ninjas have lived. The name of the group is Akane Clan. The unique kunoichi are divided into several teams and they polish their skills through friendly rivalry, and the Akane Clan has an ironclad rule that must not be broken: no contacts with men. Tsubaki, an apprentice kunoichi, is the leader of the Akane clan's dog team and a master of the ninjutsu that even the leader of the clan recognizes. She is the most trusted person in the group. However, there is one thing that Tsubaki can't stop thinking about. It's men that she has never seen or touched before. I want to meet him once. The more she thinks about it, the more the tingling in her chest would not stop. What should I do with these feelings? Yeah, I'm skipping it. This is a slice of life. It sounds very funny, and I feel like there would be edgy things, but they all look so young, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable, so no. Next is To Become a Real Heroine, The Unpopular Girl and the Secret Task. It's a comedy drama romance school by Ladies Studio, and it's a music? What does music mean? Hiyori left her hometown to pursue her passion, track and field, by enrolling in Tokyo's Sakuragaoka High School. Looking for a part-time job in Tokyo, she ended up working as an apprentice manager for her classmates and lip members Yujiro Sumeya and Aizo Shibasaki. The story revolves around the coming of age of Hiyori as she juggles school, extracurricular life, and managing, and lip as they shine on stage. So this one I want to watch on my own. Unless you guys want me to watch it to react to it, I will be watching this on my own. I already decided it a long time before, ever since I saw the trailer a couple of months ago, unless you guys want me to react to it. Next is Black Rock Shooter Downfall. It is the year 2062, 2 decades after the defeat of a massive workforce automation project. However, Artemis, the artificial intelligence that formed the core of that project, decided to attack humanity, and the resulting war laid waste to Earth. A girl empress wakes up in a base's underground research institute. She is one of the 3 surviving guardians of humanity. However, she has no memories of what came before. All she knows is what a colonel of the peace-building force tells her. Artemis is constructing an orbital elevator to link the moon and Earth, and Empress is ordered to destroy the orbital elevator before its completion. If the elevator is completed, a massive number of giant mechanized forces being built on the moon will descend upon Earth. However, standing in her way are Dead Master and Strength, who should be allies of Empress, as well as the unarmed forces that are pawns of Artemis, the Smileys, and the educational institution called, and more. Empress advances to the orbital elevator with the colonel and the others. What awaits them there? Okay, right off the bat, the colonel is very, very suspicious, and I won't be watching this because I don't know, it doesn't have an appeal to it. Next is Awashi, a seinen and sports anime by Production IG. I'll take you to the world. Ashido Aoi is a middle schooler who lives in Ehime and the ace of an unremarkable soccer club. The day that they lost the final tournament of middle school, Ashido runs along the ocean in frustration before running into a man who had been watching his game. That man is Tatsuya Fukuda, the coach of the high school-aged youth club of a leading J-League team, Tokyo City Esperion FC. After sensing immense potential in Ashido's still unrefined skills, he described he describes his ambitions. I want to build a team and use it to take over the world. Our club isn't going to be a milestone for players who take on the world. Our club is going to be the world. And to make this happen, I'm going to need some aces to train. After hearing Fukuda's offer, Ashito decides to head to Tokyo and try out for his team. First of all, this is by Production IG and it's the same one that made Haikyuu. And just knowing that, it already makes me trust that they will be adapting this well. But the thing is, sports animes don't really do well, and I already want to watch Blue Lock whenever that comes out, and that's a football anime, and this is also a football anime, and I don't know if it's gonna perform well. It doesn't really have a super unique plot, and I am scared that this might end up like Raymond's Club, the sports anime that I was watching during winter 2022 that no one watched, and I felt so bad. But I want to watch it, but I'm scared it's not gonna perform well enough for me to make reactions. You know what? This is gonna go in the considering, and you guys let me know if I should watch it and react to it on my channel or if I should just watch it on my own. Next is RPG Real Estate. Real Estate. Comedy fantasy slice of life Dogakobo 4-koma manga. The story begins 15 years after the Demon King was defeated and the world has become peaceful. The Aimon, a seinen slice of life by Encourage Films Studio and is based on a manga. Nagumo Irino returns to his Kyoto home for the first time in 10 years when his father is hospitalized. Nagumo is eager to take over Yokusho, the family's Japanese sweet shop, but he's instead asked to be a father figure to Itsuka Yukihira, the girl everyone calls the successor. This feels like a very wholesome slice of life, and I feel like I'm already reacting to a lot of slice of life wholesome shows this season. So, but I still want to watch it, so I think I'm gonna watch this one on my own and maybe just give a review on and my opinions on it when it ends. Major Record Puella Magi Madoka Magica Side Story Final Season Dawn of a Shallow Dream. It's a final season. I haven't watched the other season, so it's a skip for me. Shin Iki Toze no synopsis has been added to the title, so it's gonna be a skip for me. But ooh, ecchi martial arts school and superpowers. That would have been interesting, but there's no synopsis, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to skip. Whew. Build Divine FFFFF Code White. That I know that the FFFFF is the code symbol code is the code for the color white, so I guess that's why it's called Code White. But this is a second season, and that means I'm gonna have to skip. Next is Dawnstones Dancer, and it's a drama and seinen by Maple Studio based on a manga. Dancer Noble, a ballet dancer qualified to dance the role of the prince. Second-year junior high school student Junpei Murao was fascinated by ballet as a boy, but gave up on dancing after his father's death as he had to become a man. However, one day a beautiful transfer student named Godai Miyako appears before him. Miyako takes notice in Junpei's love of ballet and invites him to dance with her. Along with Miyako's cousin Mori Ruo, he begins his career as a full-fledged ballet dancer with the aim of becoming the world's best dancer, the Dancer Noble. Only those who have sacrificed everything are permitted to stand in the beautiful and harsh world of classical ballet. What will be the fate of a total beginner like Junpei? Honestly speaking, I love ballet. I don't know how to dance. I've never danced in my life, but I love watching ballet shows. I really want this one to blow up. And Mappa Studio, we all know that it's a great studio for animation. A very questionable work ethic, but we all know that it's a good studio. And the other sports anime that they've done is Yuri on Ice, and we all know how Yuri on Ice turned out to be like. And I really want to react to this one, but I don't know if it's gonna have the enough hype around it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the first episode and like react to it and post it on YouTube. And if it performs well, I'm gonna continue reacting to it. But if not, I'm gonna watch it on my own. I don't care. I really love ballet, and I have big expectation for this one, and I really do hope that Mappa and the source material is not gonna disappoint me. Okay, so I've been filming for an hour now, and this video is already super long. So that concludes me reading all the synopsis, and to wrap up, this is the list of animes that I will 100% be watching and reacting to on my channel. This is the list of animes that I'm 50-50 about, so comment down below which animes I should be watching, and the ones that will have the most votes or be commented on, I will be watching them. These are the animes that I will be watching on my own. I will try my best to watch them immediately and react to them as soon as I can and post them as soon as I can, maybe the same day or the day after. I think this is what my schedule would look like. These are only the animes that are 100% confirmed that I will be watching. Plus, Mushoku Tensei and That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, I will be continuing watching them, but I will be switching their schedule a little bit. Now the problem would be with the animes that are 50-50 if I should watch them or not. So yeah, comment down below which one I should be watching, because last season I found one of my favorite anime of winter 2022, Tribe 9, thanks to a comment suggesting that I should be watching it, and I totally skipped it last season. Like when I was researching the animes that I would be watching, I totally skipped it, but I listened to your comment and I found one of my favorite animes of last season. So yeah, I really do take in consideration your comments and your suggestions. I think that's it. This video is so long, and if you're still watching, comment down below Sakura emoji like last time, and that will tell me that you're still watching until the very end. I'm very ready for this new season, these new animes. I am very hyped for all of them. So one last time, comment down below which animes I should be watching next season if they're not in the 100% list. Comment down below what you think about this list and choose the ones that you want me to react to. Like if you can, share if you can, and subscribe. Help me reach 1,400. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you the next season. Bye!